In Management Matters, a progress report on the Data Act. 2 years ago this month, President Obama signed the Digital Accountability and Transparency Act into law. It's designed to make federal spending data more accessible, more searchable, and more consistent, launching a new era of data-driven government. The Treasury Department and the Office of Management and Budget are leading implementation, but it's a heavy lift. For more, I'm joined by Hudson Hollister, Executive Director at the Data Coalition. He drafted early versions of the Data Act on Capitol Hill. Hudson, bring us up to date. Where was federal data before this law, and where is it going?
Thanks for having me, Morris. Before the Data Act, federal spending was expressed as disconnected documents and non-interoperable databases, but the Data Act says we need to have a consistent format that brings it all together. Last Friday, implementing the Data Act from 2 years ago, the Treasury Department finished the format. They announced what's called the Data Act Schema, version 1.0. It's a data format that brings all that information, financial, award, payments, everything together as one data set.
All right, I want to follow up with the Treasury releasing its Data Act schema. It offers guidance, as you said, to agencies on conforming to 57 Data Act elements. Explain further.
Well, this can be awfully technical, but the important thing is that the schema explains how these different aspects of spending all fit together. By May 2017, all the agencies are required to express their spending information using this format. That means the whole thing is searchable together. It means public transparency, but it also means better internal management. It means that federal CFOs will be able to bring together financial and award information, which used to be separate, in a single view.
Hudson, last month during a House Oversight Committee hearing, officials from OMB raised concerns about funding. They requested $92 million in the president's fiscal year 2016 budget, but only received $31 million. That's about a third. Will funding be a problem here? Why is it worth the investment?
Well, every agency is already investing in modernizing financial systems. The Data Act may be delayed by resources, but it won't be stopped, because as these systems are changed, which in many cases is planned already, they can be built to accommodate the new data format.
Meanwhile, OMB is in the thick of readiness reviews. The question, will agencies be ready by May of 2017? That's the deadline for Data Act compliance. Here's what OMB Controller Dave Mader had to say.
So I don't think anybody is deliberately slow-rolling us in the implementation. I think there are challenges, and I think that agencies, depending on their size and complexity, are starting to realize the lift that they have between now and next January to really get ready with the second quarter data, which is the quarter of data that's going to be loaded in May of 17.
All right, Hudson, what do you think? Will your organization be celebrating full compliance this time next year?
I can't tell you about next year yet, but I can tell you that we are celebrating agencies that have already embraced the data format. Agencies like the SBA, which took a preliminary version of the Data Act format, brought all of its spending information together, and as Deputy CFO Tim Gribben will tell you, became able to see all of its portfolio in one view, which was impossible before. We'll be celebrating agencies like the SBA at our Data Act Summit, which happens in 3 weeks on May 26th in Washington.
All right, good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Hudson Hollister, Executive Director at the Data Coalition. Thanks.
Thank you.